What's going on, guys? I'm that Ginger Brit, and I'm breeding Pokemon. So basically, I'm a little bit bored right now, and I thought I'd make a video for you. Well, but Ginger Brit, what about the videos on the way to school? They were difficult to make, and they were rubbish. Not saying I won't do any more, because I can improve, but all I was doing was going, oh no, oh shit, cars in the road, oh I hate this, can't stand it, cars. That's all I was doing, so I thought I'd make a little bit of a video here in this new lovely angle that you're seeing me from. Oh, I don't want to nickname you, get lost. Yeah, thank you. So, as you might have noticed, it's all different. That's because I've got a new camera. You are an actual camera, as opposed to my phone, which I was using before. I was just propping you up on a shelf up there. And so yeah, now I've got an actual decent camera with a tiny little tripod, and it's all good. That's basically the point that I'm trying to get across. You're now watching me live my life from a proper decent angle with a proper decent camera. So that's enjoyable. In other news, PBS Idea Channel came out with a video, was it yesterday as of filming time? I don't know, whatever the last episode was by the time you're watching this. And it was a really interesting discussion. It discussed the Avatar TV series, you know, the ones with the elements and the warriors and the Chinese and the whole thing, Legend of Aang, Legend of Korra, blah blah blah. So what they were discussing was whether or not Avatar, the American produced Nickelodeon TV show, counts as an anime. First thoughts, how can it be an anime? It's American produced. It's just not an anime, right? But what Mike Runetta argued, I'll put a link there to his video, you might want to watch that first. What he argued was, does it necessarily need to be Japanese made to be anime? Because after all, in Japan, they regard every animation as anime. Anime is just a corrupted word for animation. So why can't Legend of Aang and Legend of Korra be anime? And it got me thinking, what if we regarded anime as a genre? Bit weird, but bear with me. I mean, regular anime is cracked up into genre as well. You got your shonen, you got your shoujo, you got, I don't know, your high school romance, which could be, I don't care. You've got genres, basically. Sci-fi, fantasy, mystery, horror, I don't care. Kids show, whatever. So, why would we classify the entire of anime as a genre? And what relevance does that have to Avatar? I'll tell you. What relevance it has is that Avatar, if you weren't aware that it's American produced, you would probably think, oh hey, look at that, that's anime. Why? Is it the drawing style? Yeah. Is it the way the stories are written and performed? Yeah. And is it the way that it's animated? Yeah. So what's stopping it from being anime? American production. How would we define anime as a genre? The way I see it, you could completely disagree. If you do so, just drop it down in the comments and argue with me. Yeah, comments nice. But the way I see it is that anime can be defined by a couple of little things. Like, traditional anime as we in the West see it, not over in Japan. It's usually got very Asian influence. It's usually got very, very nice animation, very fluid, they put a lot of effort into it. And it's usually got very kind of accessible but meaningful plots. So a prime example of this would be Naruto. Like, everyone knows about Naruto. It gets a lot of hate for being drawn out. Hell, not as drawn out as Dragon Ball Z, but let's not open that kind of worms. It gets a lot of flack. And the point I'm making with Naruto is that even though there's a lot of just talking and not getting on with stuff, and the plot's not very difficult to figure out unless it's a big mystery where you've got like no information. Sorry about that, Toby. But I'm distracted by the figure of 8 I'm weaving with my bicycle. Where was I? Naruto story. Yes, it's it's actually got quite a meaningful story. It's nothing mind-blowing or groundbreaking by any means. There's no way it's going to go down in history as one of the most thought-provoking animes ever, but it's got meaningful plot points, I guess. Like, take Sai, for example, his story about having grown up in the Anbu, and... is it Anbu? No, it's Root. He grew up in Root, which is a section of the Anbu, and he just has very little emotions, and he lost his brother. That's not really a spoiler, it was revealed very early on for him. And it just shows you how he grew to become warm to the characters of like Naruto and Sakura and Yamato, and how his journey has evolved. And he's only like, I hesitate to call him a minor character, but he's not a key character to the whole show. And it's just, Avatar follows a lot of the same conventions, I think, in the way that it's definitely aimed at a younger audience. I mean, it's produced for Nickelodeon after all. I don't know about Legend of Korra, because I'm still in the middle of watching Legend of Aang, or what's it called in a different place? The Last Airbender. Don't know which one's American and which isn't. But Last Airbender, Legend of Aang, blah blah blah. It's Nickelodeon, so it's squarely aimed at children. I say children, probably about 10-year-olds. 10 to 14, whatever. But it's still got plots that can affect an adult or a teenager like myself. It's still got those key themes of honour and a warrior's spirit, or being there for your friends, or take, for example, there's a little short episode that focuses on Katara and Toph, and how... is it Toph? Tofu? Whatever she's called. Focuses on them going and having like a girls' day out. And it sounds all very twee and very, very regular for cartoons. But by the end of it, there's this whole kind of lesson of learning to accept yourself, because you're not trying to impress anyone else, and if you are, then you're doing it wrong. You should be looking out for your own... what's the word I'm looking for? Your own, I don't know, pleasure, whatever. Your own aims in life. I don't know. Words are difficult to me. So yeah, anime and Legend of Aang, Legend of Korra, Avatar follow a lot of similar traits. They've got the focus in Asian culture. They've got that focus in really fluid animation, specifically in fight scenes and stuff. And I mean, the creators of Avatar put a lot of effort into the fight scenes. I'm gonna burp. No, it's passed. They put a lot of effort into the fight scenes. For example, each different bending style is based on a different type of martial arts. And if you watch... I'm gonna burp. God damn it. And if you watch each individual fighting style, say the firebenders versus the waterbenders, then you can definitely see a difference. Firebending is very focused on swift, powerful limb movements, whereas waterbending is very kind of flowy, and it follows a lot of the same styles as, say, Tai Chi. And it just shows how much effort has been put into the show. So it's got all of these things, just like anime has, and it has this not particularly complex but still meaningful plot. So if that's how we regard anime as a genre, then yeah, I don't see why not. Legend of Aang, Legend of Korra, the Avatars could be anime. They seem to be anime. I don't say they aren't. So there's my 2 cents. I'm in England, we don't use the phrase 2 cents. What do we use? I don't know. What's our version of 2 cents? Anyway, so there's my thoughts on the topic. And if you have any thoughts of your own, please leave them down below. Make a video about them. You can tweet me. I'll put my Twitter in the description. Do anything you like. Join in the conversation. Be sure to watch the PBS Idea Channel video. Mike Rignetta, sole writer on it. He's a brilliant guy. Team of people who help him make it. Also brilliant. I'll put a link to that in the description, but there was already one at the beginning. I don't freaking care. I think I'm done now. I still haven't... Have I even got anything to hatch? No, I've hatched them all and I've been running around pointlessly for ages. Doesn't that just sum up my life? God almighty. Bye! See you next time. Don't know what you're getting. Hey, in other news, we've got snow now. What? Did you see that? We've got snow. Fucking finally! So yeah, just click for videos. I don't know. Snow! We've got snow! In England! End of January, bit late. Could have done with it in like Christmas time, but snow!